Are you holy?
Good morning. Wonderful people, good morning this morning. You're welcome to the program. Bystanders at the newsstands. I'm Christian Chuku. I will say a big welcome. We are still at the rainy seasons. The rainy seasons are here again, and we are always experiencing these rains this morning. But yet, I will say continue the program. You're welcome to the program Bystanders at the newsstands. I am Christian Chuku. Yes, let's look at what we have for our viewers this morning. I have with me the Vanguard newspaper, and also have the Guardian newspaper, the Vanguard and the Guardian newspaper. Let's look at what we have on the Guardian newspaper. Let's look at what we have on the Guardian newspaper this morning. But before that, I will say my committed analysts are here this morning. Yes, to do justice to the newspaper headlines. Yes. Let's start with the Vanguard this morning. Above the masthead, why Akindele'S will support Peter Obi? Yes, why Akindele'S will support Peter Obi on the 2023 presidencies. That's from Ayo Adebanjo. He has been outspoken over the past few weeks. 52 northern groups reject planned sale of 5 NIPP power plants. 52 northern groups reject sale of 5 NIPP power plants. A main headline on the Muslim ticket. More reactions. We can't campaign for Tinubu again. Northern APC Christians. We can't campaign for Tinubu again. That's from the Northern APC Christians. They give Tinubu July 15 deadline to reverse choice of Shetima. Give Tinubu July 15 deadline to reverse choice of Shetima. Borno Khan chairman denies endorsing ticket. Milad Ajobena, Prince will others quit APC. More chieftains are leaving the party. We chose candidates who can secure victory for APC. That's from Salihu Lukman. Tinubu has capacity to reposition Nigeria. Okim Made is speaking. Tinubu has the capacity to reposition Nigeria. APC's Muslim ticket, a disastrous error. Satanic, says Babachir Lawal. APC's Muslim ticket, a disastrous error. Satanic, says Babachir Lawal. Kuje jailbreak. Osinachi's husband Wadume still in custody. That's from the prison service. Osinachi's husband Wadume still in custody after the Kuje jailbreak. Why Jonathan stopped attending PDP meetings? Clark is saying that one. That is on Vanguard, page 12. Page 12 of the Vanguard. Why Jonathan stopped attending PDP meetings? That's from Clark. We resist attempt to appoint another interim NDDC administrator. He says we resist attempt to appoint another interim NDDC administrator. Motorist orders grown over hike in the price of petrol as scarcity persists from 165 naira, 200 naira per liter. 200 naira per liter.
200 naira per liter.
Okay.
Some circles, some area, 250.
Okay, let's look at the Guardian newspaper. Travel has grown as summer fares spike at 200% increase. 1 million naira per economy seats. That is for those that are flying. 1 million naira per economy seats. More chieftains resign in protest over APC's Muslim tickets. Let's have Mr. Raf. Good morning, Mr. Raf.
Yeah, good morning, Christian.
Yeah, how was your day?
Yeah, my day very fine. You mean my day? This is morning. Day has not yet come. My night was very great and wonderful. Nice. Yeah, their night. So I thank all our viewers. I greet you guys. Kano Obuba. Then Acho, my guys. Then Mommy Nkechi, Mommy America. You can Chris Uche from Japan. All of you guys. Raf in Spain, Raf in UK. Carlos, Nonso, Obi'S, you guys. Lizzie from California. I'm greeting all of you.
Okay,
thank you. You are very cheap. You are viewing. You are staying tuned every morning. Is the reason why our profile is soaring.
Let's start with what we have this morning. Masob has said Peter Obi's presidency will not stop the agitation for Biafra.
That is true. Peter Obi's aspiration to rule Nigeria is not going to stop Biafra actualization. Biafra has come to stay even before Papa Chipito Obi was born. What are we saying? Masob shouldn't have come out and voiced this out, because in the heart of every man, Biafra is it. Nothing again matters in our life. In the heart of every man, Obi's father was not when Biafra was what? Established on earth. Biafra is a senior, country to Nigeria. Nigeria is supposed to bow down every morning before Biafra. Good morning, Biafra, before anything else in Nigeria, because Biafra is older than Nigeria. In fact, before the inception, coming of our colonial masters, Britain, the Portuguese, the Jaws, the Spaniards, they have given that name to us. Right from bite of Guinea to bite of what? Benin, Badagry there. I listen. This is our international water or shell. Do you understand? Biafra, bite of Bonny, bite of Benin, bite of Biafra stopped here. From here to Badagry, bite of Benin. Are you listening to me? So, no agitation whatsoever. Odudu agitation cannot stop Biafra actualization. Biafra actualization is not going to stop Oduduwa agitation, because the Oduas, they stretch across from Bite of Bonny to Badagry there, where they have boundary with Republic of Benin. So what I'm trying to say, Mazob, owned by what? Who? Raphael Wazirike. It's not going to stop us. No, it's not going to derail Biafra agitation. Biafra agitation progressively is moving higher, high on daily basis.
Saying, why don't you focus on the agitation and leave the presidency?
No. We don't do that. We don't do that. Nigeria has been benefiting from Biafra over the years since independence. Our oil every day. Yeah. That oil in the south. That oil. Coal city, Enugu. Coal every day. Coal. Oil. Who owns the land? I want to know. Who owns the land. I'm telling you, the Igbos must be for the Biafrans. Yes, then the North must go with, whatever Nigeria has offered them. So why is it that we should be, denied presidency in this country? That office is for Igbo man. Biafra agitation will be what? Soaring high and higher on daily basis. Agitation for what? Biafra continues. Obi's presidency, a reality. It has been realized in the heart of every man, in the heart of every Yoruba man, Hausa man. We are seeing the picture now when that man is going to that office and sits with what? Confidence. The only qualified aspirants, do you understand, comes 2023 is Peter Obi, former Anambra State Governor. Mazob, that question, if you ask me, is a rhetorical question. I shouldn't have even answered you, because I know that it's a question that doesn't need what? Answer.
Because some IPOB have distanced itself from Peter Obi's presidency.
Thank you so much. Obi's role during Mazob era. Mazob comes up with this question because Obi administration killed, maimed many Mazob members in Igbo land in Anambra State. Obi government killed many Mazob. Is it because we are trying to manage our, the way we talk against our politicians, the ones that are good, we always manage forcing out against them, because we don't want to see, people start criticizing us. You don't have respect. You don't see Obi administration in Anambra say killed Mazob. Are you listening to me? Or Hakim killed. Ojus Okado in Abia State killed. Okeze Bazu killed, and even killed Mazob in 2017. So that's why I'm telling you that agitation, see, no matter whoever the governor might be, If the governor likes, it should come from Ojuku's family.
It can't stop.
See, it can't stop agitation of Biafra. If Bianca no like, he will be a running mate with Obi. Thereby, kicking against the rules and regulations that nobody should choose a running mate now. It is late. If it happens that Obi choose Bianco no, and Bianco say, tell us, Mazop, no talk. We will talk. We are going to talk. Obi's candidacy is the best. He is the best for that Labour Party. Are you listening to me? And the whole Nigerians, we are joining forces. We are joining forces together to give Obi the support needed by him or of him. Are you listening to me? So that agitation is going on. We are marching forward. The soldiers of the Lord are moving forward.
Gumi once said that the agitation for Gumi, yes. Gumi.
Okay, can you change
agitation for Biafra has slowed down because of Peter Obi's presidency. What do you say about that?
Don't mind him. Gumi was the Muslim cleric that was sacked in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia don't allow him again. You might think that I'm not talking out, speaking out of context or without concrete evidence. Let me tell you, one day on a platform called Funke, if they throw argument or breaking news, we always go to comment section. We argue. I was one of the competent argumentators there. Come and see argumentative. I was lamenting against Gumi that the federal government should arrest him. A northerner said, brother, leave him. That one, Saudi Arabia has warned him not to come to Mecca again. Gumi is an scapegoat. Gumi is not wanted in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh anymore. On pilgrimage or any business transaction internationally. Gumi is no longer going to Middle East. Gumi is not relevant. Gumi is only relevant when you talk about his kinsmen. Malami, CJN, the retired CJN, Buhari, and co. Do you understand? They are the one that is sending him. Gumi is managing bandits. He's managing Boko Haram. In fact, Gumi is the general manager of ISWAP. When he gets the money, do you understand? What do you call it? Ransom. The payment. Gumi has his own percentage. Were we not saying this since last year? So this man is eating from what? Out of what? Blood trade. The bloodthirsty cleric, Sheikh Gumi, has nothing to say again. He should go and sit and sleep. He should go and sleep. What did I say? Gumi should go and sleep. He has nothing to offer again. He has told Nigerians that religion is a religion that drinks blood on daily basis. Religion of blood can never be a true religion, whereby you say Islam is a religion of peace. Look at the whole cleric.
Let's respect.
No, we must respect tolerance. I know, but let's respect Christians. Let us not be killing Christians. When the blood of the Christians are shed on daily basis, we are respecting religion. What do you call it? Religious what? Tolerance. Let everybody tolerate each other. While Christians are dying in the church, how many times has Christian went to mosque and killed Muslims worshiping them? How many times have you read on the history of this country that there are people called crusaders? Crusaders that fought the war in 1076, 1096, AD, after Jesus Christ, they won. How many times have you heard that crusaders formed a killer squad called Crusaders and start attacking the Arabs in the Middle East and start attacking the African Muslims? They might attack them, Christian terrorists. Have you ever heard that? We respect God. We don't drink blood. We are very, very peaceful people because Jesus Christ has never told us to waste blood. Jesus Christ has never told us that if we kill somebody, he is going to marry wife for us, 28th virgin in heaven. So, which is why we are devoid of bloodletting. Are you listening to me? So Gumi should go and sit down. Okay, we don't waste blood. We don't waste destiny. Are you listening to me? We are very, very careful on following God.
Okay, lastly, Babachi Lawal has said that.
Lastly, how many topics? You how many topics you read out?
Three
you read out to me. No, many. I should attend to them. Oh, that's why I came early this morning. What did the Lawal say?
Muslim ticket, a disastrous error and satanic.
Well, it's not only disastrous and satanic, it is barbaric, it is exclusive. It is not an inclusive idea. Because if you use Muslim, you are trying to tell Christians that I vote you out. I shut my door. I shut you out. Are you listening to me? So let me tell you, it's not only satanic. It is very, very a divisive government. It's a government that is going to be what? Denial of the obvious. They will be committing all manner of atrocities on Christians, and they will turn their backs on justice. The victims are not going to receive justice if that kind of man become Nigerian president. Are you listening to me? Why should you choose Muslims? Has it occurred for the first time here? If not with them, for the military juntas. The military, they use gun, they force it on us. But this time, democracy, it cannot go well in a democratic or federal states. Federal structure, you should run a government that is going to be what? Secular, inclusive. You should carry everybody along. Are you listening? That is the meaning of federalism. That is the meaning of democracy.
Okay.
A true federal state must be very, very inclusive. Everybody should be on, work hand in hand. So to see that such a society will benefit from the government of the day.
One more.
Okay, one more.
Akindele'S, as we announced, the deputy governor.
Thank you so much, Jandor.
And celebrities become good politicians.
Yes, celebrities can. They are now trying to showcase what they are representing, the kind of representation or representative they portend on stage while acting fame. Are you listening to me? Akindele, all his acting, all his her roles, her acting, they are very, very positive. They are the norm that are, happening in the society. So if he ever becomes deputy governor of Lagos State, I think it must be what reflected.
You support.
I support Funke Akindele. People should stop talking about divorce. She divorced her husband. Wait, you people should not talk sense into that man. In the sense that the man might like not to go back to his wife again. Let me tell you, if they divorce, no, there are two kind of, marital issues. Listen, you can separate, you can divorce. Separation is not divorce. Divorce is not separation. Are you listening to me? So two of them might come together tomorrow. They should separate divorce or separation, marital divorce or separation from what? Politics. Funke Akindele should go there and tell Nigerians, look, I am going to reflect what I defeat or pretend on stage while acting my roles, playing my roles. Funke Akindele, he can work, she can do well. I like her, I want her to be there. We are tired of what? Association of people without certificates, holding on to Lagos all the time. See, let me tell you, Funke Akindele is the answer. Funke should go there and, Pdp'S with Jandor. Then the rumor that Ambode has, gotten ticket of Labour Party, I think it has become a pure rumor because I've been trying to read it on the news again, but nothing like that ever springs up again. So the news has died down. It is now too obvious that it is a rumor. Are you listening to me? Let us forget Jandor and the Funke. Let us be serious and watch two of them. Let us study them and know if their antecedents could ever speak well of them. Can they beat Sonolu? Christian, you see, this question again, you are driving me to another rhetorical question. Because as I'm talking to you now, conduct an opinion poll from this junction to where this road leads to Wemco Road. Opinion poll will be telling you that, don't talk to me. I don't want Sanwo-Olu. He was the one that orchestrated the shooting at Lekki toll gate. He has not even addressed the issue. Don't leave me to talk. I don't want them to come and hold me. No, because you have microphone and camera, they are not going to hold you. Stand on your right. Nobody's going to hold you when you tell the truth. Let me tell you, if you conduct opinion poll, Sanwo-Olu is not a match to Jandor. And let me tell you, some of you politicians, giraffes, that are capitalizing on rigging. See, it is time, high time you reconsider who you are. Be a good person, be a good politician, because rigging is 75% impossible in our society today, in our electoral system.
Okay, thank you.
75% impossible. If you're capitalizing on rigging again, Aka get begin ane. Aka get begin ane.
Thank you very much. Okay, you want to line?
Yes,
okay, MC Grammar.
Yes, my name is.
Do you have any grammar this morning that wants to give us grammar?
Well, yes, you said something that do I have any drive? You can see that this morning I'm not putting on my cap because I'm not here to speak English
the cap
language.
gives you inspiration.
Yes, yeah, everybody always come out to speak English language, but this morning I'm here to say facts. I'm not just here to come and speak. Yes, I'm not here to come and speak English language, and I don't want to speak English language, but I want to say the facts this morning because for you to look at me not putting in a cap, that definitely means that I am very hungry in spirit and I need to pour out this morning.
Funke Akindele has been chosen as deputy governor candidate of PDP in Lagos State. Can celebrities make good politicians?
The other time I heard my colleague that was saying Funke Akindele will make a good. Is she crazy? What is she coming to find in politics? A woman who cannot handle her marriage, coming to politics, coming to handle a state. This country is messed up. If I could be alive, I've never imagined that one day the likes of Funke Akindele will come out, even as a celebrity. What was his achievement? What was her achievement? How many people's life? Listen, how many people's life did you touch? How many people's life did she touch? How many people did she help? Now all those things are in place. Now she didn't do all those things, and now coming out as a deputy governor to somebody. Is this celebrity whatever that we are doing here? I'm disappointed at even Jandor to pick him as to pick her as a deputy. Why would you go for Funke Akindele? What does she know in politics?
The president of Ukraine?
Now listen.
The president of Ukraine. The president of Ukraine is a celebrity.
Okay, good. I love that language. Now I'm not talking about celebrity or not, but what I'm talking about is celebrity with a good heart. Funke Akindele doesn't have good hearts. Funke Akindele, what's she looking for there? Now, a woman, you are married. You understand me? Even before you got married, your lifestyle is not reflected on anything. See, the problem Nigeria is facing is because I want Sanwo-Olu out at all costs. I want him out of that office. And I believe Jandor can do it. But I think Jandor has to rethink. Let him pick another deputy. Why? Funke Akindele, you understand me? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Funke Akindele is not the right person there. If he picks another person, fine. Look, pick somebody from political background who has something to offer. Listen,
she has the popularity.
Wait, let me tell you.
Funke
Akindele that I know, I could just say a little bit about him. Apart from the fact that probably he's a lawyer or all those stuffs, does not really guarantee that you should just pick her as your deputy. No. The angle they are looking at is because the man Jandor looks at the aspect of Funke Akindele is a celebrity. That's number one. The Funke Akindele is well loved by people. That's number two. So if I pick her as my deputy, we could go far. That's what the man calculated. But in real politics, it doesn't work that way. You are not picking somebody because of his name or her name. You are picking with somebody who has the same ideology with you, who can give what Lagosians want. Let me tell you, from the days I keep saying it any day, anytime, I don't want Lagosians to agree with me. Up to today, the best governor I have in Lagos State is Ambode. Not because I benefited from Ambode. No, not because I benefited, but under 4 years, he was able to transform Lagos. Yes. Even Tinubu, his father, did not do it. Yes. Even Fashola did not do it. But this guy, yes, it's Tinubu, his father. Yes. Now, you see, Ambode transformed Lagos in 4 years. Go and tell me anybody who can do like Ambode. That's a man with vision. It is unfortunate that Ambode happens to find himself in Lagos. Lagos that are not thinking.
Somebody say leave Funke alone. Marriage is different from politics.
Listen, let me tell you, it is not leave Funke alone. Marriage is different from politics. I will tell you why. It's just like a pastor. Listen, a pastor that is divorced. What is he preaching to me? What do I want to hear? You are married and you are divorced. What are you preaching to me? That I should accept Christ. How? It's just like this rubbish that Pastor Chris is doing. You are divorced and you are preaching to the public. What do you expect them to hear? You are divorced with your wife, a German woman. the one and only, the one you called your sweetheart, you called her your love, you called her everything. Now you are divorced with her. Listen, and you
go to church, Abi?
No, listen, the problem with
Bible does not go against that.
No, let me tell you, look, the genesis of the divorce, the woman caught Pastor Chris dating other women, and then problems started from there. So what I'm trying to say, that when I see people going to Pastor Chris church, I cry for them. What do you want to hear from a man who cannot call? It's just like Pastor Chris now. Okay, I want to say something. Okay, good, I love it. Okay, it's just like Pastor Chris coming tomorrow, say he wants to become president. What will you say? What will you say? You will say a man that couldn't handle his family coming to rule Nigeria. Nah, that's how it looks at Funke Akindele'S. I heard a woman that couldn't handle her family coming to be a deputy to so many. One man, you know, he manage. One man, I did not say two. One man, you know, he manage. Now you are coming to manage millions of people. Are we not sick in Lagos?
Okay, let's go back to the Biafran agitation. Some people say Peter Obi's presidency is slowing down the agitation for Biafra.
Okay, good. I love that question. See, I love my Igbo brother. I'm an Igbo man. I love my Igbo brother. The truth is that I said it. Pdp'S is going to enter as a next president, but I can bet something on you that if he enters, Biafra agitation will slow down a little bit. Yes, I have a reason for that. The reason why I'm saying that is because an Igbo man is on the street. Of course, you cannot protest the way you are protesting under Buhari or under Peter Obi. It's not possible. So the agitation should slow down a little bit because power is with us now, and so it is we now calling ourselves. All of them come together, my brother, come. Let's cool down. Let's cool down a little bit. But not that the agitation is going to die. Never. The agitation can never die. Never. The agitation can never die. But it's going to slow down a little bit. Not dying. Because every Igbo man, take it anyhow, whether Pdp'S, because the president and rule tomorrow and get off. Another person that comes in, Biafra agitation will start again. So the thing is that Igbos want it, that give us Biafra. We want to live. We want to. Every Igbo man is tired of Nigeria. Do you understand? And that's the reason. Now the other time I was
your governor. You know your governor?
Yeah.
Obi'S Emergence.
Yes. That's an Hausa man. Please refer him as an Hausa man. No, to me, he's my governor. But please, when you talk about Obi'S Emergence, yes, I'm an Igbo man.
Your governor is an Hausa man.
He's an Hausa. To me,
how does that sound?
He's an Hausa by blood. That's it. You can be an Igbo man representing yourself as an Igbo man, but you'll be an Hausa man by blood because he sold his soul to the Hausa man. So anytime anybody talks about Obi'S Emergence, I don't see him as Obi'S Emergence. Listen, let me tell you, I'm on television. When I call my governor, I don't call him His Excellency. I call him Onuku Obi'S Emergence. That's the reason for that, because it's Onuku. It's Onuku Obi'S Emergence. The Onuku simply a man who doesn't have brain. It's just Onuku Obi'S Emergence. That's the name for me. And let me tell you something. If I go to Imo State today, I don't care anywhere. I can say it even on. I tell them that his name is Onuku Obi'S Emergence. That's his name. And nobody can hold me responsible for that. You understand? Thank you very much.
I have Mr. Lucky. Edo no be Lagos. Good morning.
Weather.
Yeah.
Oh God, calm down. Come down to Nigeria. Have mercy on us. Everybody, have mercy.
Is God not in Nigeria before?
God is angry with Nigeria. Soros angry. Immorality, deceit, corruption, stealing,
Mr. Lucky,
backbiting,
you are preaching this morning.
anger,
You are preaching this morning.
hatred, killing.
Let's start with.
Anyway, my name is Lucky Ayagbin. I don't know be Lagos. I will always be. Despite hardship, despite hatred, I'm a Edo man. Edo man, and
Okay, let's consider Obi's presidency and Biafra agitation. What's your take?
Where I cannot say because of Obi. No, sorry, let me not forget. I renounced what people say yesterday against Obi yesterday. Against Labour. That Labour will work and die. That's the wrong language from Tinubu. You don't start hatred on your campaign. Very, very wrong. I watched it yesterday. I was so angry. How can you say labor will work, and die? That means automatically teachers are labor, lecturers are labor. Those who are doing small business are labor. So you say labor will work, and die. That's the wrong language from Tinubu already.
No,
I renounce that language.
He was campaigning.
That is wrong. You don't accuse people that they will die. What is labor? All these who are sweeping on the road, they are labor.
No.
All these workers, this is their labor.
He was referring to Labour Party.
What did they say? Mushroom party. See, anyway, I renounce that language. It's very I renounce it.
Okay, APC's Muslim ticket, a disastrous error, satanic, says Babachi Lawa.
Do you know why? Do you know why it's like that? Because Nigeria is not reacting. We look those eyes. We only talk, no action. We only talk, action. Because the reason is that Buhari commit a lot of atrocity, a lot of plunder, and we allow him to finish the 8 years. So that's why Tinubu can just do anything like. And Tinubu want to continue Buhari legacy. Incompetency. Tinubu want to continue Buhari incompetency. That is legacy that doesn't yield good thing to us. That is why he can just say, let me go and pick anybody I like, mostly. Automatically he's saying the Christians cannot. That is the language.
But the Christians are responding.
Yes.
The Catholic, the Methodist, Pentecostal, you are responding.
I hope that response should go well, not to just respond and stay. If I want to ask you a question now. If Tinubu was a Christian, can Tinubu pick a Christian? Do you think the Muslim will be comfortable? They'll be protesting now. Every protest. If Jonathan has come, so he want to pick a Christian, what do you think? They'll be protesting. And we only talk, nobody action. And the man is comfortable. And it's standing there yesterday, say all this mushroom party, our mushroom party, labor, they will work and die. And he's there. It's a wrong language. And people are watching, say Muslim.
I have a breaking news. Another building collapsed in Lagos.
That is how, hold on. That building that is collapsing, that is how those people who hate Nigeria will collapse.
Are you praying for it? We are talking about.
Listen, the building collapsing, that is fault of Nigeria. Nigeria has collapsed. What do you expect? Everything has collapsed. Building is collapsing.
We have like 4 buildings.
Is there not 4 buildings? Nigeria has collapsed. What do you expect? When the Nigeria structure is collapsed, you expect the building to stand? Everything is collapsing. Under President Buhari, Nigeria has collapsed. Everything has collapsed. What do you expect the building to stand? Nothing standing again. Women are not standing. We are not standing. We are living by the grace of God. Things have collapsed. What is happening? Everything has collapsed.
Now, fuel is 200 naira.
So what do you expect? The
general price.
The building. Hold on. See, when you don't maintain building, it collapses. When you don't maintain human being, they anger. So everybody is angry. The land is angry. Earth is angry. Nigeria. Are you getting me? What can you boast of it now? Nothing. All we know is that these few months remaining, I am begging Buhari to resign. Go. Allow your vice president to take over. Are you getting me? Allow your vice president to continue the work because everything has collapsed under your watch. How can you pick Muslim? You are telling the other people, and let me tell you, some group in Christian under APC, yesterday said they are not going to campaign for Tinubu, but that's not my issue. Tinubu believes that he has already won that election already because they are going to manipulate.
They are going to manipulate.
Yes, he believes that. He believes that he's already in Asorok. Yes, that is why I have that confidence. Okay. Yesterday, look at now, a very shameful thing. And they are using that Emiloko as a slogan. It's wrong.
Let's look at Funke Akindele'S and as deputy to Jandor in Lagos State, PDP. You were once a PDP member?
Yes, I was once a PDP member because...
or you are still a PDP member?
Listen, let me tell you. Everybody listen. Lagos APC, Lagos PDP, they are all APC products. That's why I left PDP. That's why I left PDP. Any PDP in Lagos, they are all of them are APC. It's a discussion. Even Jandor that left APC is a PDP. Take example now. The guy, the former governor aspirant under PDP, Jimmy Akbaje, is a full APC. But he was deceiving PDP. When they gave him money, we call him money for Atiko. At the end up joining the APC. Now he has joined APC fully. So, secondly now, Funke Akindele'S, well, so be it. All I know is that we are not in terms of governor now. It's the president that will determine Lagos vote. If PDP or Peter Obi or Labour win Lagos, win presidency, automatically Lagos is gone. Are you getting me? If Atiko, if PDP win presidency, there is no way APC can win Lagos.
Remember, APC is the first state to rebel in the southeast.
Let me tell you.
Southwest.
Hold on.
During PDP regime.
Yes. That time has
So
passed.
it might not be that easy.
Let me tell you, APC in Lagos are able to divide into 3 places. Are you getting me? If they are not, you see, Atiko or Obi, they are not looking governor now. How do you understand me? They are looking the presidency. Whoever win the presidency, let me tell you, if APC win the presidency, automatically most of these governors will go to APC. If PDP win the presidency, most of these governors will go to PDP. If Obi wins the presidency, most of them will go to Labour. So that's how it's going to be. So Lagos now, they are still just Funke is good for him, for her. It's okay. Whether it's divorce or not divorce, after all, Obasanjo divorced his wife and become a president. Although it doesn't matter in Nigeria, it doesn't matter because things doesn't matter. All we know is that let's grab the money, let's grab the power. I don't understand me. All you know, if remember, deputy doesn't have more say, is the governor. Whether he divorces his wife, that is his own decision. Let him go and settle with his husband. That's what I believe.
Okay.
But the only thing is that what I'm saying is the presidency. If Peter Obi win the presidency, Lagos will be difficult for APC to win.
As the day draw near, I go by, Nigerians are suffering. Every day things
shameless woman
rise. Prices of goods and services are increasing every day.
That is what we should be talking now.
Petrol is now 200 naira. How do you cope?
That is what we should be talking now. That's what I say every day. That now things are not working. Things are very expensive. Now, are we talking about expensive? Look at Salah, a whole Salah. Salah before, you see everywhere, jubilating, rejoicing. Now, it's like money. It's like we are money. Nothing, no food, nothing. People are being forced to hardship. Look at, they were discussing corruption this morning. I said people are collecting 10,000 for voting. Did you remember the politicians collect $25,000? I mean, you do not pursue them. Farm was 100 million. EFCC never do anything. EFCC are corrupt. All the agents are corrupt. Including the president that is there in Asoro. He never do anything. All systems collapse. Is it food? Is it NEPA? Is it road? Is it transportation? I look at the governor. Look, let me tell you. What the APC have to campaign to Nigerians? What did they have to campaign to tell us? So Nigeria has collapsed. Every time, my prayer now is that all the youth should stand up and let's vote for Obi. I pray Obi should win that election. If we win that election, we will have hope. Not all these old men who are messing around. Old men who cannot stand well. Old men who cannot express, cannot even measure labor. I get me? Old men, we are tired. The youth, I beg the youth. I beg the youth, please. I beg the youth. I beg the youth. Please, youth, I'm begging you. Let's do the way we do for NSAS. Let's unite the way NSAS movement. Let's unite so that on that very day, all of us will go Obi everywhere, not old men.
Thank you very much.
Old men. I am weak for this country.
Yes, I have Mr. Kule. Come on, Mr. Kule.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. Keep the good work going on. We really appreciate you. Yeah, you are doing a wonderful job. And good morning, viewers.
Okay, we are looking at Funke Akindele, their reactions on her emergence as the deputy governorship candidate of the PDP. What's your take? Can celebrities become good politicians?
Hey, that's what I'm looking at. It all depends on the moral value, right? And I think it's our space. So don't let me intrude into her space. She has that admission, or she was picked up as a deputy governor by Jandor. And I think I could know a bit of Jandor. I can talk a bit about Jandor.
Yeah.
Jandor happens to be one of the media personnel of Fashola there. He worked for Fashola on showcasing all the achievements of Fashola's on TV. But he's the owner of the core media now. So I think I can say his godfather is more or less like Fashola to me. But to now, he now saw that, okay, let us liberate ourselves from the whole race of Lagosians that have put us to where we had that. The youth cannot even have a way if he doesn't make that money. That was why but about Funke Akindele, I could say her body language when she was detained for COVID, same thing like this guy stepped down for Boris Johnson. He had a party during the COVID, and she was arrested, and she was, convicted. Just of recent, they now, nullify that conviction. That is a free citizen. He has not been, they removed that conviction. So to me, best of luck to them. Let them try their luck. Let us see whether they can, the two of them can coast, to the, what's it called? To the safe land, safe.
Like I asked the Biafra agitators. Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
People that are clamoring for Yoruba presidency and Yoruba agitation.
Yes.
Which one is much more?
Thank you very much, and God bless you for that question, Christian. To me personally, I will clamor for Yoruba nations. I will clamor for the evolution of power. I will clamor for referendum, because that will bring total freedom to me. Everybody coming here, Tinubu, Emilokan, Obi, obedient, Atiku, we still carry over the sufferness. For how many years? For 4 years. Do you want to tell me any one of them can repair Nigeria within 4 years with all the damages?
Somebody says Obi can never change any Fulani agenda in Nigeria.
That's just it. That is just it. Because you are still going to meet your master, what's it called, the political masters that will be waiting for you to tell you this is how we do it. You must follow the trend. If you don't follow the trend, they will gag you up and they will finish you up. You could see what happened to Jonathan. They should learn from experience from Jonathan. Jonathan was forced to concentrate on the zone, to have more, infrastructure and development in that zone. It wasn't by his wish. Who no one develop in home? Who no one develop? Jonathan developed what's it called, Paesa? No. Did Obasanjo develop Southwest? No. So tell me, once you are coming into the hands of the Kaaba. We keep hearing Kaaba. Who are the Kaaba? Kaabas are faceless. Are they ghosts? So the problem now we have is, as it is now, let us look at how we can sit down. It's not by war. I don't support war, because it's not who start the war that will end it. So, and nobody will want destabilization. We are a family man now. I won't like my children to even witness war, because war is traumatic. But there's ideological war we can apply, so that every one of us can sit down. Enough is enough. It's only a madman that will keep doing same thing, that we will see that there's no change, and you still keep doing it. It's only mad people. Because would this country help? Nobody. Look at the security. We are going to do ourselves a favor. When you go on referendum, physical federalism, and manage, yes, thank you very much. Bro, how is it easy? When any Boko Haram, even God forbid, they enter here now, where are the police? Is it the one in area G you start mobilizing? You need to call the IT. The governor cannot even send. The governor, Sanwo-Olu, doesn't have any power to order police out. He has to call the IG to take permission from the IG in Abuja. Abuja now has to now start strategizing. Meanwhile, the criminals are perpetrating. They're on their game. Their game is going on, right? Those time they wait before the department of police come from zone 2, from all these things, they succeeded in. That is the problem we are having. But when there's devolution of power, then everybody has his own state police, and you being equipped. I mean, you know who your neighbor is. That is, I'm talking of community police. They start from community. Once there's state police, definitely there will be community police likewise. So you know who the criminals next to you is. You know the movement of every of your neighbor. You know who they are. But do we know ourselves? Nigerians, we don't even know ourselves. That's why the Bororo Fulanis, they capitalize on us and inflate, because they know these people, they are not even united. They don't even, you know, they don't even know themselves. You know, so that's why we are having intruders. So my own issue now is, let everybody sit down. How do we get here? And how do we going to solve we have just been deceiving ourselves. We cannot continue like this. We are not one tongue. We are not one on same ideology. We don't have same ideology. We don't have, let everybody go and use his ideology to develop his area. If it is Yoruba Nation, let Yoruba Nation go and use the ideology to develop the area. If it is Arewa ideology, let Arewa Nation go and develop the ideology. I mean, pass the ideology to develop the area. If it is Biafra ideology, let Biafra go their way. And we can be having a handshake across the, river, across the, you know. But this one, the handshake is no more even handshake. The handshake is no more handshake. We don't even have any handshake among ourselves here now. And that's what I'm saying. We don't need any election for now. To me, I won't prefer any election for now.
Yeah, you're a building person. Another building has collapsed in Lagos, and this is like the 5th or 4th building collapsing. What's the problem?
The problem is the people in charge of the Lagos State. That's Lagos State Building Corporation, Building Maintenance Corporation. They have a department that monitors this building, Kanka's building. But what is going on is corruption. Corruption. I tell you, the corruption in Alausa is so enormous. The corruption in Alausa today, that is the state house, Lagos State House, is so enormous. You know, it's everybody is just on his own, picking up what he can pick to survive there. So you could see the Ikoyi gates. I said it here. I said the guy in charge, that the CEO of the Lagos Building Protection Unit, should be suspended, should be arrested. But the guy prosecuted, but nothing comes out. If you don't make someone a scapegoat, the others will keep doing the same. All those buildings collapse. You know, Lagos is a waterland, and if you don't have good foundation, the whole thing you're building will one day collapse. You know, the architectural status of any building must be a strong, foundation, because we are in a coastal. You are building on a coastal land, and any coastal land on is raining season, the water will overwhelm, and that's why you see a lot of flooding. And mind you, I would say the government has their own big part to blame them for. Why we citizens too, we need to redefine ourselves. Who are we? Are we living towards the global standard of life? What am I saying this? There's ecology, there's what's it called? What they call it? Climate, what's it called? Climate change. And these same way people, we carry bottle of Pepsi, plastic Pepsi, we throw it inside gutter. We throw it. One day I gave myself sense that all these things I'm throwing inside gutter, it will still bounce back on me. Because the last house I stayed, I stayed in one house that flood everywhere. Flood entered my house, flood lifted my foodstuff up, floating. I could not, that's since then I give myself brain that I have to be doing the norm thing, that anytime I drink a bottle of pure water, bottled water, hold the plastic, look at the next available dustbin. And those are the things. When we travel out, we find it difficult to adapt to it. You can see Nigerians, we go to the street of London now and start removing that he wants to pee on the road. So one guy told me that the guy went to London and London bus arrived and the guy was running, was as if the way you do in Nigeria. So our habits, our culture, we need to change our habit. But do we have leaders that because we remember those days that we have mass mobilization, this thing that put people on the, the right attitude of life, how to live. And Kai, NOA, National Orientation Agency. But all those things are gone because the level of governance is deteriorating in this country. Okay. We don't have governance. Exactly. Thanks a lot.
Let's just apologize.
No problem. No problem. No problem. Yeah, but me, I'm seeking for a new country. I'm tired for maybe. Yeah, so anybody I've hurt yesterday, anybody that hurt me, I've forgiven. Anybody that I hurt, forgive me too. I've forgiven. So that's, my own life. I want progress for my life. That's one thing for my children. Like.
You're not talking to me. Not today. I don't know if that's Chigozie.
I remember the Chigozie. Good morning, Christian, and to esteemed viewers.
There is a discrepancy between Obi'S presidency and the Biafra agitation.
In what respect?
Sheikh Gumi said that he noticed that the Biafran agitation has slowed down because of Obi'S presidency. What will you say about that statement?
Well, I think he's wrongly informed as far as I'm concerned, and his opinion, of course, does not matter to an average Biafran. And let me draw it clear. As far as I know, and based on information available to me, I understood that Biafran struggle is an ideology. So you cannot win an ideology war except you have a superior ideology to displace that prevailing ideology. So at this time, you cannot say that election, whether P2B is involved or not, is a superior ideology. What informed that ideology? You see, this is the basis where you can now engage the people. The ideology of Biafran restoration was informed, was predicated on the basis of the long protected injustice, marginalization, and subjugation. Will P2B, emergence of P2B, address those nagging issues? That is fundamental. That if you're telling me that, of course, the P2B emergence will tackle those nagging issues, which is beyond politics. This is about survival of the people who, in this current system, risk being exterminated. So it is not just, of course, calling people to support P2B. I think he's wrongly misinformed. This ideology of Biafran restoration, when you go to the East now, the thinking pattern or perspective on issues are quite different from what you see here. So I cannot be here to deceive myself or to insult of course, the conscience of my listeners, my esteemed fans. The reality is that whether P2B or the election is immaterial, does the election guarantee the safety and the preservation of our cultural heritage, which of course is being endangered within the Nigerian space? So people who are calling for the restoration of Biafran state know what they are out for. Irrespective of, let me tell you, if you damn me now, go to the east and say, forget about Nnamdi Kanu, your head will not return with you. Go to the east that you prefer P2B to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If your head still remains with you, then you must be the Jesus of our dispensation. So this is the reality. People making, ranting or wagging, seeking cheap attention, should go and rest. With what is unfolding now, you can understand that even the APC party loyalists are not happy with the development because they understood that this movement, of course, is no longer a child's play. There is an intention to subjugate, to, of course, disregard their own opinions and their expression by going for Muslim tickets under this current dispensation, where Christians has become targeted, of course, victim of cruelty. It's undeniable. You can't deny that. Most of the killings and communities that were attacked across Benue, across Jos, across Kaduna, you know that Kaduna own is more pronounced in recent times. Where you still have Muslim ticket in Kaduna. So the Muslim ticket do not guarantee peace, do not guarantee safety, do not guarantee development. If you doubt me, take, of course, just sample opinion of the Kaduna residents. With El-Rufai running Muslim ticket, how far have the Kaduna people fed? He's the same person who recommended, with Danguje, who recommended Muslim ticket for Jagaban. And unfortunately, he allowed himself to commit such a political suicide. Those people who gave him such advice never meant well for him. But unfortunately, he didn't understood, of course, underscore what they are underplaying. It's very unfortunate. So go and tell the Gumi of whatever you think that the Biafrans agitators are not backing down. Peter Obi can go to hell. Peter Obi can go to what? Hell. I've sampled several opinions, and that is the position of the people. I cannot stop them. I can't stop the Biafrans from the agitation. I'm just an individual.
So
the people said,
president is a threat.
I don't a threat to what?
Biafra's agitation.
It is immaterial. You cannot, even if Buhari cannot stop the agitation of Biafrans, then who is P2B? Who is Jagaban or anybody else? So the fundamental issue, we should argue objectively on the basis of the current realities. Why are people clamoring for the secession from Nigeria? The Oduduwas are not left there. Why are they crying if Nigeria is a workable system? Or if people has hope in Nigeria? Of course, people wouldn't be agitating because they have seen that and concluded that of a truth, there is no future with this system. So rather than acclimatizing, rather than aligning with a failed system, a system that have repeatedly failed, we better part our ways in peace or in pieces. That is what is going on. I told you that what is coming upon Nigeria is greater than Nigeria. I might not know the way, but I understood by strict regiment of the university studies. I understood that a wave is a package of energy moving from one direction, one point to other. You see, making wave, transferring energy. So the wave of revolution is already, of course, ravaging the entire Nigerian system. You can understand even the Christian communities from the north of APC extraction are saying we are backing down. We are no longer in solidarity with our parties as flag bearer. What is that telling you? There is a wind of change that is coming. It will not just end up in the 2022 election. If actually we still have few months to go, so it is too early to tell us to conclude that the election will continue. Because by the time we approach September, November, December, there may not be anything to call Nigeria. With the trends things are going, understood there may be several political assassination. Because the level of desperation, the level of unrest within the system might probably, of course, lead us to another unfortunate experience.
Let's look at Funke Akindele'S as deputy governorship candidate of Pdp. What's your take about celebrities becoming politicians?
Well, everybody has rights to aspire. I don't condemn that. But what are you bringing to fore? That is fundamental. That is paramount. What are you bringing to fore? What are you willing? What are you coming to serve? you are coming to rip off the masses as others has done. That's the fundamental. I said it yesterday. I overstated that every average Lagosian should be placed on allowance under an ideal society where things are working, where the government is held accountable. You cannot tell me with all the trillions of naira generated annually that there is not even tax rebates. Let alone even the COVID-19, the pandemic. Did you receive anything? Or they give you to give us? The government gave you to give us. It didn't reach us. No, tell us. Let's know. For me, I didn't receive from the government. From the government of Lagos State, let alone the government of Nigeria. And you want Jandor to believe in your Nigeria, to hell, go to places. So the reality is that is the yearning of the people. When the Oha decides to continue the restoration of the Biafran state, Eze cannot stop them. It is, you see, my people say, Anahapu ebe ana eshozo gaweba na aruagu. Or the possible. Anahapu ebe ana eshozo gaweba na aruagu. Nigeria is more or less ebe na aruagu. They kill him, there is no hope, there is no future with the system. And you want to expand your life. How many years am I now? And you want me to remain in Nigeria, the same story that was told by my fathers and grandfathers, telling me that things will be better. Under what configuration? Without mental revolution. Look at the kind of people who are coming to rule you. Look at their mentality. Look at their perception, their sense of perception. You see? What does that suggest? You see?
Okay. Thank you very much, Mazi.
So, every matter na ebakwa aruaka nne ga no ya. That is a message for Gumi and everyone who think that the election will destroy the agitation, the ideology that was handed over to this dispensation. This is the dispensation of fire and brimstone.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Matthew, let me read this story. You can still stay here. Whatever anybody says, he or she is responsible to their statement. Flip TV is not liable for any statement from any reviewer. Good morning. Okay, this is barely building at Onikwanu area of Lagos has reportedly collapsed. This is barely 2 weeks. A church building under construction, yes, under construction collapsed at Cardoso Street off Martins Street in Mushin. Vanguard reports that the incident occurred at about 1:07 a.m. at Okiarin Street off Shylon, Ilukweju, but details could not be ascertained at press time. The permanent secretary, Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, Lasema, Dr. Oluwafemi Oke or Sayintolu, confirmed the development. Details later. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Mr. Logi said, because the building that collapsed is a sign that Nigeria has collapsed. Let's look at building collapse in Lagos State.
Building collapse
since the first core height collapse. Tell me.
You treat issues based on its merits.
Okay.
Thank you for having me anyway. Building collapsing is a different thing from Nigeria collapsing.
I know.
But in a way, you can link it because it's a function of not doing the right thing. Because if you see the system in Nigeria, it is endemic in our system that we don't follow laid down procedure. We don't even abide by our own rules and regulations. We don't even allow our laws to take preeminence in most cases when we do things. Because we have been saying over and over that the reason you are seeing repeated during collapses in Lagos is not far-fetched. Because when you fail to probe and investigate the reason of a particular incident and punish people who did not do the right thing, you are bound to see another thing, another collapse. Because the major reason you are seeing building collapse is most of those buildings do fall below standard.
Under construction.
Yes, it fall below standard. Because I am not an engineer, but I do know that there are structural design for every building. That a building you need, the structure or rather the foundation you need for a building in an area that is not waterlogged is different from the foundation you need for an area that is waterlogged. For instance, if you are building in VI, the type of foundation you need is different from the type of foundation you need if you are building in Ikeja. That is why a place like Biafra State, when they do road construction, they say it costs more.
Yes.
Because you see that those places are waterlogged. You need to first of all acquire the place from the water before I think of building the road. So I think the reason is because they do not follow standards. If they follow standard, I don't think we'll be seeing building collapses. And if they prosecute people who are supposed to follow standard, who fail to follow standard, other people will fall into line. So the reason is because people will do it and get away with it. That reason is repeating. Until you start punishing offenders, you start investigating building collapses, making the report of the investigation public, and punishing people who fail to do the needful, you will not see the end to building collapses in Lagos.
Candidate of the All Progressives Congress in the 2020 election, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on Tuesday, described the Labour Party as a mushroom group. He made the comment while campaigning for Governor Adegoyoga Yotala at a mega rally in Osogbo. He said that PDP and mushroom parties like Labour Party, they say they are labor, they will labor till death.
Politicians are known to use abusive words that are unbecoming of their status. Because for me, I don't think there was any need of a Tinubu going that extreme. Because for me, it's like an aspersion. It's like trying to insult or disparage other political party. I'm not saying his party is not popular in Osun State. I'm not saying his party do not take what it takes to win the election in Osun State. I'm not saying his party is not a party to be in Osun State. But what we are saying is that people who aspire to lead should express decorum, should learn to speak with decorum in the public. Because you want to tell me that if eventually he becomes the president, he will be using such vain language. For me, I don't think a leader should speak in that manner. That notwithstanding, we are encouraging everybody to play by the rule. There's nothing that says that APC must win that election. It depends on who the PDP is fronting. It depends on who Labour Party is fronting. It depends on their popularity. What we are saying is that let the decision be taken by the electorate in Osun State. When people start speaking in that manner, for me, it should be discouraged.
Okay, please let the reviewers please take it easy so that we'll have a piece on the live chat. Mr. Levinati and Mr. Funigas, if you're hearing me, please let's be.
What did Funigas say?
No, they're having a banter. Let's continue.
No, the issue is, I don't think we need to bother ourselves much with the conversation on. But it is still good. People should be expressed on level of decorum. You can disagree, but let it be civil. Let it disagree on issues. Let it be issue based, and let us stop attacking personality and casting aspersion on one another.
Okay, let's look at the.
Is it the
Biafra agitation? Gumi said that since Obi'S presidency came to the fore, that Biafra agitation has slowed down.
Who made Gumi the spokesman of Biafra agitators or the spokesman of the Ipob? I think his personality and character has been called to question. I think that should bother him more. He should clear his name. Because in some quarters, it is believed that his hands are not clean. It is believed that he romances with the bandits, now turned terrorists, the Ansaru and other bandit groups. The other recently, the release of the seven persons in the den of terrorists. It is his media aid that facilitated it. So I think he have more to tell us. How come he's the one that know much about the bandits? How come he have their contact? They have confidence in him that he can negotiate on their behalf. So I think those things should bother him. What concerns Biafra agitation, what concerns Igbos. I don't think he should preoccupy himself with all that. He should rather concentrate on to clear his name, his image.
Okay, let's look at Funke Akindele chosen as deputy governorship candidate of the PDP in Lagos. People are having these mixed feelings on a celebrity of that sort becoming the deputy governor of Lagos State.
I don't think people should lose sleep over that. Because are you telling me she have no right to choose her profession?
You're not talking about rights. You're acting
No,
as president.
no. What I'm saying is, as a lawyer, as an accountant, as a doctor, we have seen doctors who are in politics. What is it called? The Delta State governor is a medical doctor. Udua, the former governor, is a medical doctor. We have seen lawyers. The Minister of Labor and Productivity, Ngige, is a medical doctor. We have seen Fashola, who is a lawyer. He is a minister. And you have heard Minister of Water and Housing, even Minister of Power. So for me, that is their profession. And they decided to dive into politics. And if the woman in question have good career in entertainment industry and decide to dive into politics, I don't see anything wrong with it. I say you want to criminalize our profession. So for me, it's a function of your area of interest when you are building your career. It has nothing to, nobody should disparage her on the basis of her profession. The president of
Ukraine.
The president of Ukraine is an entertainer. The president of is in Liberia, a footballer also. So somebody's profession is not that she is into the entertainment industry is not sufficient to say she's not competent or whatever. And her personal life is different from her ability to to serve in that capacity or as a deputy governor. So for me, people should stop all that argument. What you should be looking at is, does she have what it takes to do that job? Does she have electoral value? Because for me, it borders on electoral value.
Somebody is saying that you're one Nigerianist. Mr. Matthew is a one Nigerianist.
Who is the person?
Mr. Robert.
He's entitled to his opinion, but for me, what I hate most is rancor, crisis, anything that we avert it and for it. That is why personally I'm seriously against the choice of Mr. Tinubu, because what he has done is a recipe for crisis. Whether we like it or not, he is trying to enthrone subjugation. They are trying to subjugate Christianity in Nigeria. Because as we speak, the president is a Muslim. The vice president is a Christian. The speaker of House of Rep is a Muslim. Sorry, is a Christian. But we have seen the time he was aspiring to get that position. He happened to different Islamic, Muslim gathering. There are pictures of even Biafra dressing like a Muslim. They're trying to subject himself to Muslim doctrine, teaching, ideology, just because he wanted a position. That is subjugation. And if you now see a presidential candidate trying to use a vice presidential candidate who is a Muslim, what happens when he wins? If he wins, because if he wins, he's already the president, and he will be every other thing will be at his mercy. He can decide to make every other person could be Muslim, and that is pure subjugation. And they will start influencing and forcing people into their religion. Okay, no, I'm not true with that. Go and look at Nigerian constitution.
Is it because you are one Nigerianist?
No, I don't. No. You know my position on this even before now. Go and look at Nigerian constitution. Christianity is not mentioned once, but Islam is mentioned about 28 times. So what does that tell you? You now see a presidential candidate trying to sideline Christians, and the argument, though they refuse to accept it, is because the southern part of the country is predominantly Christian, the northern part of the country is predominantly Muslim, that you cannot play minority on both sides. But if you confront them with that argument, they will tell you that is your personal opinion. That their position is that the vice presidential candidate is competent. He has the capacity. But I want to tell you that you cannot eat your cake and have it. Look at the Christian stakeholders of APC. They have come up with a resolution that they cannot go to their respective constituencies and campaign for a Muslim ticket.
It's going to affect.
And that's the truth.
It's going to affect their own number.
That's why I say you cannot eat your cake and have it. So for me, I think on 15 is the deadline that the political parties are allowed to substitute their running mates. I think Tinubu should be hearing this, because so that he don't say he's not aware that people hated him. He still had the opportunity to go and make amendments, because Muslim ticket cannot work. Even if he wins the election, he cannot win the peace.
Okay.
Because this 1993 they are citing is not the same scenario with what we have today. That time we had military junta. We had military dictatorship. We wanted a shift from military rule. So any other alternative was a better alternative to military rule. You cannot say the same thing today.
Okay.
So people who are citing 1999, it is not the same premises.
Okay, let's look at did you see the crowd, the turnout at yesterday's campaign in Osogbo?
For APC.
Or Oyetola?
I've said it here the other time. I've said it the other time. I say you cannot deny the fact that APC is popular in Osun State.
On Saturday, where do you think the pendulum is moving to?
I'm not a soothsayer. God has not spoken to me either. So I cannot extrapolate.
You can speculate.
I can speculate, but I've speculated before now. I told you that in Osun State that APC is a party to peace. Not just Osun, most of the southwestern states. But what I'm saying is, even at that the statement that came from the national leader who doubles as the candidate of APC is unbecoming of a national leader. Because you cannot be casting aspersion on other
There's
people.
There's a concern. Osibajo and Aregbesola, they were absent at the campaign yesterday.
I don't think Osibajo's absence will make any meaning.
Aregbesola,
yes, Aregbesola''s absence can make meaning, but Osibajo's absence cannot make any meaning. Because Aregbesola is a stakeholder in that state, a former governor of that state, and has supporters.
So what does it tell for the party?
It tells you that his loyalists, his supporters, may not vote for the incumbent governor, and that will be a minus to the incumbent governor. There's no argument about that.
That means APC.
APC's vote will be depleted. I'm not saying who is winning. I say APC's vote will be depleted.
Your speculation.
The speculation is that APC may not get as much vote as they would have gotten if Aregbesola''s supporters were to vote for him. That notwithstanding, APC is a party to beat in Osun State. There's no argument about that.
We have 200 naira pegged as the price for petrol. Are we going to remain here, or is there a further decrease or increase?
Let May 29 come fast. Let Buhari go. Because Buhari is the problem of Nigeria the way it stands. He has failed to resolve all the crises in economy, in educational sector, in security, name it. He has done some things on road infrastructure, but the myriad of insecurity, the rot in educational sector, and all that have overwhelmed the little success they have recorded. That is the truth.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you for
analysis. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's look at what's your take on the way things are. The current increase in the price of goods. See, fuel is up. Bread here today. This. What's your take?
In my own perspective, there's no fuel, and Nigeria is the one digging the fuel, the crude oil. Am I right? And where things are going on, even if you go to market, you cannot even get rice. So they should divide.
Get rice.
Yes. Rice is
like rice is scarce.
Yeah, it's scarce in the sense that a poor man cannot afford it. Yes.
Afford, okay.
Yes. It's scarce. In economies, there's what they call scale of preference. Maybe you want to eat rice because you don't have money for it. You don't go for a bar, and which is bad. So now, insecurity is so alarming in Nigeria. But Buhari, when he came, he said he's going to stop Boko Haram. I don't want them to go and be burning Madola. They should go and bomb National Assembly. I'm not scared of anybody. National Assembly, yes, it's not a speech. Don't edit it.
That is what you just said. Should I interpret it for you?
Wait now.
That they should go and kill people.
Yes, because they're killing innocent soul. Because people are dying on hunger. Yes.
One's killing, no?
Yes, not only the one killing.
Are the ones.
Yes, can I tell you where the bandits originated? The origin of bandits is from National Assembly. They're the ones sponsoring them. Yes. You should do what they did in Lawrence did in Ghana. You know, Lawrence invited all of them, collected their passports, and he acquired all of them. As they killed all of them. That was why Ghana people were doing a position in Nigeria to leave Nigeria and get country, and now they are rejoicing. So they just that.
No, there's protests currently in Ghana.
Even as that, I mean, even as protests, I'm talking to you. Going to look promise Nigeria fresh air. The fresh air was Madala bomb blast as a Catholic. They should not be bombing church. They should go to National Assembly and bomb all those senators when
let's not preach that.
Let's not push the
you can say that in your own closet.
Yes.
So let's.
So now I'm saying my own. At the large, okay, yes. At the large, people are dying on hunger. You get. So now the education they're saying education system, nothing is happening in the education system. Then house. The same is so alarming. What I'm saying now, and there's no money for you to even go to buy the thing in the market. There's no money there.
Biafra, Peter Obi's presidency. Which one is more important?
Let Peter Obi go to hell. Biafra will hold. Let Peter Obi go to hell. I want to get the BBC. So Biafra, they should divide Nigeria. If I go to East, I can come back to Lagos.
Okay, so let's continue. So now, if you are saying that you want Biafra agitation, what will you say about people who are saying that they want Peter Obi as president? Igbo people saying they want Peter Obi as president.
Maybe there's what Peter Obi is giving them. Yes. For me, for me personally, I can't vote for him. Yeah, I'm too neutral. I'm too transparent. Is that word transparent? I'll get my PVC. The day will come. I'll know the person I want to vote for. You understand what I'm saying now? If people want to vote for Peter Obi, is all of their the ball is their court. Yeah, for me to let the cat out of, I'm letting the cat for my secret. I'll have my PVC. The viewers get their PVC and remain silent till the day votes come. If you like, you vote anybody. If you don't like, if they give you money chop, that's what happen. If they give you money chop, that fateful day, you know the person you want to vote. That's not. I know when the kind of person after I get my PVC, I have my PVC. I know the kind of person I'm going to vote.
Who are you going to vote?
I don't need to escalate it now. I say I won't let the cat from so it's left for me to know the kind of person I'm going to vote. They should divide Nigeria. Therefore, I should hold.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, this is still bystanders at the newsstands. I still have one more person, Oluwawan.
Christian, how are you? See, let me tell you one thing. Good morning, everybody, my viewers worldwide and Nigeria. Let me tell you one thing. Nigeria is not a country of no return. And I like all your face that is washing my face. Because my face was the face of the Son of the living thing. The Son of the living thing. The Son of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. The Son of God. And Nigeria now is Son of God. God now wants to transform us to the other side. We are from the wilderness to the promised land. We are tired of the wilderness. That's why we want to live. And God with support of the Most High. I am that I am. The promised land is now with us.
Where is the promised land? Is it Oduduwa? Or is it Yoruba nation? Is it Biafra? Or is it
the promised land in Nigeria? One Nigeria. Elimination of the corruptible seed that rule us. They are now gone. God will take all of them in the top tumbless pit.
You say it's the bottomless pit. No bottomless pit. The hellfire.
That is
Bottomless pit. You don't have end. And they will crucify there.
what has been their sin? What did they do?
They make Mary to hungry. They make Nigeria to not be Nigeria. Nigeria yesterday was not like this. Yesterday when I was a kid, my mother used to cook rice. Who yeast? He put yeast like powder.
Like their powder.
Yes.
Protein.
Hey! But now, where's our life? So where about the home that we came to claim? Because of the demonic politician. Politicians are fucking shit. They finished Nigeria. Military was better than like this. When military was ruling, Nigeria never suffered like this. They are soldiers, they are khaki, they're disciplined. But now, the politicians now came, they now environmental the house. They now make house to be hungry and suffer it and kidnap and clean and bandit and spiritualist. A king want to have money by all means. Because of what? The politician attached all hope to have money.
Look at Tinubu and they are campaigning yesterday.
They are vagabond.
They say Labour Party, PDP, and other mushroom parties like Labour Party, they will labor till they die.
You see, when you say they will labor till they die, are you Jesus Christ of Nazareth? Are you God? Are you spiritual? You are physical. You can sleep and not wake up the second morning. You will perish and die. You say that they will labor. You are the one that will labor in vain. Go carry on broom. Broom is a particles of the demonic house. What those people can't sleep us anywhere anymore. We don't tire to carry any more of their fucking shit. Broom. Now is the end of time. Now is the end of time.
Look at the crowds in Osogbo.
That is a buying crowd, hungry.
The crowd in Osogbo.
That is a liar pitch. End of the road is coming, 2023. Crowd or no crowd, God will supersede their judgment. God will supersede their judgment, because their judgment is evil. Every time they use crowd, now no crowd, God will punish you on the crowd.
Okay. What's the way forward?
The way forward, all you Nigeria youth to come outside for obedience. Let the violence take place now.
No violence?
You see, right from the time we're doing the parties, the kingdom of God is suffering violence, and the violence taken by force. 2023, Nigeria will take it by force, because Nigeria is tired of all their shit, of their gathering. They are gathering people with money. They are for Koyo. They are motherfucking for Koyo. We don't need any more of their for Koyo anymore. Please.
Okay.
Tell them. Now it's time. We'll break away from their stronghold. They hold us also because of hungry. Because of we are hungry. Let me tell you, I know I'm hungry. God give me food. Their food is poisonous. The virus.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, we are coming close to the end of the program. Kaduna-based religious leader David Jasman has promised to mobilize 1 million votes for Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi, adding that he must get 1 million votes in Kaduna. The cleric also called on reasonable Muslims to vote for Peter Obi in 2023. Commercial drivers now protest in Onitsha over Soludo's 25,000 naira new tax rate. Commercial drivers protest in Onitsha over Soludo's 25,000 naira new tax rate. Commercial drivers are expected to pay 25,000 naira as tax in Onitsha. Once again, we'll say thank you very much for being part of the program. We have come to the end of the program. Stay safe and also support progress, unity, justice, and fairness. I'm Christian Chukwu. Thanks for watching. Till tomorrow for another exciting edition of the program. Bystanders at the news hands. Thank you, Mr. Raf. Thank you, Oluwawan. Thank you, Mr. Matthew. Thank you, Mr. Akunle. Thank you, Mr. Chigozie. Thanks, everyone. Till tomorrow. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. This country is a
This country,